Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending this Board of Director meeting. Today, we are here to evaluate the proposed 600,000 investment in an advanced 5-axis multitasking CNC center that will replace our existing 11 years old legacy machine. Our current machine has reached the end of its technological life cycle. According to the report, it is experiencing a 16% computer scrap rate and an average of 24 hours of unscheduled downtime every month. These issues have contributed to missed delivery commitments, supply chain disruption, and declining customer satisfaction. The proposed machine offers significant benefits. Vendors' data indicate that 30% increases in the production capacity and 20% reduction in machining cycle time. Furthermore, the company currently lost 65,000 annually due to the defects and rework, which could potentially be eliminated by the new machine. However, this investment also carries substantial risk. The company must commit the 600,000 upfront, and the pessimistic scenario predict annual loss of 116,000 with no possibility of recovering the investment. In addition, there are concerns regarding workforce skill, system integration, production downtime, safety hazard, and customer contract uncertainties. One of the most challenging issues is the client catch-22 situation. Our major customers are willing to sign a new 3 years contract, but only after we demonstrate a successful production using the new CNC machine. At the same time, we are hesitant to invest without guaranteed demand. As a CEO, my preliminary position is called condition approval. I believe this investment is necessary to maintain competitiveness in the growing of EV and aerospace market. However, approval should only proceed if adequate financial safeguard, workforce preparation, operational contingency plan, and customer engagement strategies are implemented. I would like to invite the CFO to present the financial evaluation and associate risk.
Thank you, CEO. As Chair Financial Officer, my responsibility is to protect our long-term financial stability under uncertain market conditions. After reviewing the metrics, my position is conditional approval provided we implement strict financial safeguard before committing capital. Let's begin with the positive indicators. Under the optimistic scenario, the contribution margin reached 105 ringgit Malaysia per unit, yielding a break-even volume of only 3,619 units and a swift capital recovery in 0.77 years. Even under the base case, the project remains attractive. The contribution margin is 80 ringgit Malaysia. Break even is 4,750 units, and the payback period is 2.72 years, satisfy our corporate requirement to recover capital within the 3 years. However, as CFO, I must focus on the downside exposure. The persistent scenario represents a critical risk. The contribution margin falls to 55 ringgit Malaysia, pushing the break-even volume to 6,909 units. With the project demand at just 4,800 units, we face a deficit that triggers an annual cash outflow of negative 116,000 ringgit Malaysia. This investment would never achieve payback and would continuously erode our capital liquidity. Financial success relies on too much assumption occurring perfectly simultaneously, flawless installation, workforce retraining, ERP integration, and immediate customer acceptance. If any condition fails, we drift towards that pessimistic scenario. Therefore, I propose 4 immediate financial safeguards. First, a staged vendor payment structure. Instead of paying 600,000 ringgit Malaysia upfront, we pay 30% up signing, 40% up installation, and 30% only after performance verification. Second, a capital protection reserve. We must set aside 190,000 ringgit Malaysia, equivalent to 6 months of fixed costs, to buffer against operational disruption. Third, resolve the client catch 2022 Securing legally documented letters of intent before installation to improve demand visibility. Fourth, a post-invest dashboard. We must monitor performance monthly. If metrics fall below threshold for 3 consecutive months, corrective action must be triggered immediately. Finally, we must address the 12% increase in unplanned medical leave. A project that damaged morale cannot be deemed successful. I grant the conditional approval for the 600,000 ringgit Malaysia investment, subject to these safeguards. Together, we can pursue growth while protecting our financial position. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, CFO. From an operational perspective, the new CNC machine offers sustainable, substantial benefits, but also presents severe implementation challenges. The first issue is the technical skill gap. Our existing machinists are trained only on conventional 3-axis machining systems. The new 5-axis CNC technology requires advanced CAM programming and machine operation skills. Currently, no employee possesses this competencies. The second issue is the mandatory 18-day shutdown of production line 2. During installation, foundation preparation, and machine calibration, production activities on that line will completely stop. This creates a risk of delayed deliveries and customer dissatisfaction. The third challenge is system integration. The new CNC machine utilizes a cloud-based data platform while our existing ERP system operates on a localized on-premise architecture. Without proper middleware solutions, communications between systems may be disrupted. While I understand the CFO's financial concern, I believe delaying modernization possesses even greater long-term risk. Competitors in Penang and Thailand have already transitioned to advanced 5-axis manufacturing systems. Continuing to operate outdated equipment may jeopardize our market position and Tier 1 supplier status. Therefore, I support conditional approval with the following operational action plan. First, implement a structured training program 3 months before installation. Key operators should be certified in CAM, programming, and advanced CNC operation. Second, build significant inventory before the 18-day shutdown to maintain customer deliveries. Third, establish operational KPIs, including machine utilization above 85%, scrap rate below 5%, and one-time delivery performance above 95%. Finally, form a joint technical team involving IT personnel and the machine vendor to ensure successful ERP integrations. With these measures, I believe operational risk can be effectively managed. I would now like to invite the Safety and Sustainability Manager to address workforce and environmental concerns.
Thank you, Plant Manager. While financial and operational performance are critical, the success of this project ultimately depends on the people, workplace safety, and sustainability. The report highlights several significant concerns. First, workforce anxiety has increased substantially due to rumors surrounding automation. This has already contributed to a 12% increase in unplanned medical leave and resistance towards organizational changes. Second, the new machine generates noise levels reaching 92 decibels. Prolonged exposure at this level may affect employee comfort and increase occupational health risks. Third, the machine produces airborne coolant, mist, and consume 28% more electricity than existing equipment, potentially impacting our sustainability objective. I agree with the plant manager that technical training is essential. However, training alone is insufficient. Employees must understand that automation is intended to improve productivity rather than eliminate jobs. Therefore, I propose 4 initiatives. First, conduct regular employee engagement. session to improve transparency and reduce uncertainty. Second, implement a comprehensive upskilling program to prepare workers for advanced manufacturing technologies. Third, install acoustic barriers, improve ventilation system, and enforce hearing protection requirement to address workplace hazards. Fourth, offset increased electricity consumption through energy efficiency programs and the future integration of renewable energy solutions such as solar panels. Based on this measure, I support conditional approval of the project because it provides long-term benefit while allowing us to maintain employee well-being, workplace safety, and environmental responsibility.
Thank you. CFO, I hear your deep concern about the pessimistic scenario negative 116,000 annual losses. However, I must respectfully challenge the overly conservative tone of your assessment. With the EV market growing at 9.5% annually and competitors already moving to 5-axis, waiting is actually the riskier financial move because it guarantees we permanently lose our Tier 1 compliance review. To bridge our position, I'm adding a specific safeguard to my conditional approval. I propose two treasure capital release. Treasure 1, which is the 300,000, is released only after you and the sales manager jointly confirm we have secured letters of intent covering at least 5,000 units. Treasure 2, the remaining 300,000, is released only after we hit your base case break-even of 4,750 units in actual purchase order. CFO, does this measurable stage greater financial trigger give you the security to back this project operationally while allowing us to move at the speed this market demands?
Yes, the securing preliminary commitments would improve demand visibility and significantly reduce the investment risk.
I agree. Additionally, improved machine capabilities should help us regain customer confidence and maintain Tier 1 supplier status.
I support the approach provided workforce training begins before installation and communication remains transparent throughout the transition.
Thank you, everyone. Based on the financial analysis, operational plans, and workforce data presented today, I am enacting my own executive framework called the Client Bridging and Benchmark Task Force, which I will personally chair. This task force will execute 3 original actions engineered by me. First, we will run a parallel cost simulation showing our top client the actual 65,000 annual defect cost we currently bid, using this as leverage to pressure early commitments. Second, I will mandate a 60-day plan through this for our top 5 customers to witness the 16% scrap rate firsthand, creating urgency to sign. Third, I will personally tie 20% of my annual bonus to hitting the base case volume of 7,500 units within the first 12 months, ensuring I am personally accountable for commercial bridging. Therefore, I formally move for conditional approval of the 600,000 CNC investment, contingent upon 4 conditions. 1. The true treasure funding triggers securing 5,000 commitments within 90 days as just agreed with the CFO. 2. HR confirming a certified 5-axis upscaling pathway is ready. 3. The plant manager delivering a signed hour-by-hour contingency plan for the 18-day line 2 shutdown. And 4. The CFO holding a 120 contingency reserve to buffer early-stage losses. This motion capture market share, protect our balance sheet, and hold leadership accountable. That's all for our meeting. Thank you, everyone. The meeting is now ended.